Hey everyone, welcome to another Piney podcast where I'm proud to announce the release of my new novella series, The Pineys. Aha! Yes, that's why I started the Piney podcast way back when. I wanted to do more episodes before the book launched, but, well, things happen. Yes, so part of the reason I've been doing the Piney podcast is because I wanted to do something to support the novella The Pineys. What is The Pineys about? Well, let me give you a little background for those of you who don't know what a piney is. Probably the term came into vogue sometime in the mid to late 1800s. Kind of hard to pinpoint, but basically anybody who lives in the Pine Barrens is known as a piney. It was originally a derogatory term. It meant you were a hillbilly, backwood, country bumpkin kind of stuff. Oh, those pineys, they live in South Jersey. Because the Pine Barrens is, and especially back then, very woodsy, very rural, very agrarian. These days it's not so much, it's more suburban. There's still plenty of farms, plenty of woods. But there's also plenty of towns. We have McDonald's and things. It's funny because I once was consulted on a screenplay. I had nothing to do with the screenplay, but one of the scenes in the movie had pineys, and the guy who wrote the screenplay treated them like the Amish. They came out of the woods and they, were dressed in sort of Amish gear, and, they didn't have any modern technology. That's not true. Pineys, anybody could be a piney. If you move to the Pine Barrens, you're a piney. So it's just that now it's kind of a fun term for anybody in South Jersey who lives basically in the woods south of Trenton. You'd be a piney. So technically, even though I'm not really near the woods anymore, I'm kind of in piney land. So what's the book about? The book takes place in the modern era, but its origins are, of course, with the Jersey Devil. For those of you who don't know, the Jersey Devil, the basic story goes, Mother Leeds in 1732, who was the 13th child in her family, had 13 children. When the 13th one was born, she was so sick of having children, she muttered while she was giving birth, "Let the devil take it." The baby turned into a horrible monster, the Jersey Devil, and it ate the family and flew out the chimney and has been haunting the Jersey Pine Barrens ever since. And that's the basic story. In the novella series, The Pineys, the real story is Mother Leeds was a witch, and she opened the portals to hell, and hundreds of devils flooded into the Jersey Pine Barrens. But this did not go unnoticed by the villagers in the village next door, which was called Abe's Hat. And in Abe's Hat, the villagers banded together to form a secret hunting club to hunt down the devils and send them back to hell. And now it's the modern era, and the hunting lodge has been around since 1733, and the family who basically runs the lodge has been around since that time, and they continue to hunt the devils. And so it focuses on four cousins who do that, and it's kind of a fun horror comedy, sort of in the vein of like a Ghostbusters kind of fun redneck Ghostbusters MIB, that kind of monster hunting sort of story. And I don't want to give away too much, but it's going to have, and it does have, a very South Jersey flavor. That's what I'm going for. So everything in the book is just drenched in South Jerseyness. The characters, the settings, it's all very South Jersey. And part of the story is the hunters are from the Galloway family. It's the Galloway Hunting Lodge, GallowayHuntingLodge.com or the Pineys.com to see the emerging web page. It's pretty basic right now, but I have plans to expand it. Anyhow, the Galloways are the long, many generations they've lived in the Pine Barrens, and I based the Galloway clan kind of on my own large extended family. When I would go to family get-togethers, barbecues and whatnot, weddings and funerals and, all these different events, you go to family stuff. In my family, they're very big. And in fact, when I was with my ex and we were planning on a reception, we would look at the list and just be like, oh my God, this is like 200 plus on my side of the family. So I have a big family. I have a big extended family. So on my dad's side and my mother's side's back, my mother's side goes back further, and it's just huge. I'm related to so many different people. And I grew up with like tons of cousins. I'd go to these things and all my cousins would be running around. And, it just, so that's kind of what the book I tried to capture, is that feeling of this gigantic, large, extended family. And which I think is fun and something I really wanted to share with the audience because it's been part of my life. So I hope you enjoy it and can kind of relate to it. So it's not a family friendly necessarily book, because I don't like family friendly stuff. I think it's too soft. So I would say it's in the PG-13 range. I mean, there's just some cursing in it. And I don't think there's anything too adult in it. I mean, other than some cursing. I think there always should be a little cursing, don't you? I mean, really? Do we have to do PG or G related books? I don't think so. So it centers around the four cousins who are hunters, and in each sort of installment, they're hunting down one of these denizens of hell. And there's a long history to the cousins, the family, and the various characters. So that's what we'll be building in the coming months and years, because I plan on doing this for a while. So I have 5 of the novels written. They're done. Well, 4 of them need a little more editing, but they're mostly done. The first one is totally complete. Cover, editing, it's all done. That's posted on Amazon, just like the other book, Wokistan. And the Pineys is only $2.99, but free if you have the Kindle Unlimited. So if you have that, which is a pretty good deal, you get to read, basically all the books you want as long as you're paying a monthly fee, which is not that much. It's like, I forget, I got an introductory rate for like 3 months and it was only like $7 or something. So a pretty good deal, especially if you read a lot of books. The Pineys is a little shorter than Wokistan, and reads pretty quickly. Has 13 chapters. I released it today, Friday the 13th, and my goal is every time we release a Pineys book, we're going to release it on the 13th of a month. Now, I'm not going to release one month after another because I don't want to run out of books that quick. But I definitely want to release one October 13th. Vig Starmax, who did the cover, is working on the second cover. So I think it'll be done. I hope it'll be done. So I definitely want to get a new book out for October. And November seems like a good month too. So I'm going to try to get the third book out for November. Because they say for these novellas, you should release 3 books at least, sort of initially, quickly. And then after that, we'll see. I'm not sure if December's a good month. Maybe it is because it's Christmas. I don't know. And then, definitely after that, after December, probably take a break until like March. But we'll see. I mean, maybe it'll just explode and I'll I'll be very happy about that and just have time to write nothing but books. That would be wonderful. So please buy a copy of the Pineys today. As far as a hardcover goes, I have the artwork for a back cover, so I should be able to get out a hardcover relatively soon. I just have to put it together. And we're also going to be announcing that hopefully soon for Wokistan. In the meantime, this weekend, if you're around, I will be traveling around South Jersey with nice postcards I had printed up to spread the word of the Pineys, where the Pineys live in South Jersey. So, and here's the tagline for the Pineys. It goes something like this. You have, I'm drawing a blank. There are 4 cousins brought together by destiny, cursed by their ancestors, and trying to keep South Jersey from going to hell. So that's the basic tagline. And they use their various hunting skills to kill the devils. And one of the rules is you have to hurt them with silver bullets, because you can shoot them with regular bullets, but everything just grows back. But if you shoot them with silver, that's more permanent damage, and they don't recover. And when you kill a devil, it goes back to hell. You can't really kill one. It just goes back into hell. So that's part of the dynamic too. I don't want to give too much away because we go into it in the book. But there's a physics to the devil slaying that you will see, that will unfold in the book. And then because I like those rules in that kind of book, I like to know what the rules are. Like a vampire, you know the rules. Like you stake through the heart, garlic, mirrors, sunlight, all the things that affect the vampire. That makes vampires very interesting. Thus, I am going to have a strict set of rules for the devils as well. So check out the Pineys, now on Amazon, and also check out Wokistan, also on Amazon. They're just a click away for you to read wonderful books. Thank you.